I do a segment. I am very much on the internet. You're watching the show on YouTube. If you follow me on TikTok, Twitter, wherever, you know that I'm very plugged in. Also go sub to the Substack, same thing. We talk a lot about this stuff. So we have a segment called Internet Says, where we go find our favorite things that are out there in the internet that are baseball related. And boy, was there some good stuff this week. I'm very excited to share it with you. First up, recently ousted GM of the Washington Nationals, Mike Rizzo, posted this to Instagram. It was a big thank you for everybody. As in a way to say thank you to the fans for 19 amazing years with the Washington Nationals. Grab a round on Riz Monday, July 4th before the Home Run Derby at Penn's Quarter Sports Tavern. Super freaking cool. So basically, Mike Rizzo's like, hey, fans, come on out. I'll buy you a beer. And I think that is freaking awesome. First of all, you don't need to do it, right? You don't need to do it. It feels like, I don't know, he's giving me vibes like, I'm free. I'm finally free to be me. And I love that for him. And I love that for us. And I love that for everyone who got a beer. So if you got a beer, let me know. Send me a picture. MaydayShow@gmail.com. That's real. MaydayShow@gmail.com. If you have a picture, please email it to us. I want to see that. He invited everyone to grab a beer. He said, become our home in every sense of the word since he first joined the Nationals as assistant manager in 2006. So this is the way he's getting back. So shout out to Mike Rizzo. That's just a cool guy thing to do. And also, you combine that with his comments on like, I had to deal with these owners for a long time and I did a good job on his way out. That was a little telling as well. So also on the internet, which this came out because of course it did. Livvy Dunne tries to buy Babe Ruth's old New York apartment, but the apartment board says no. Oh. Controversy. This is Olivia Livvy Dunne. If you are unaware or live under a rock, she's a former LSU star gymnast and the significant other currently of Paul Skenes. I don't want to say currently. That was actually rude. Why did I say that? They're dating. She said she wanted to purchase a home in New York City. It is interesting to note that he plays in Pittsburgh and neither one of them from New York. But she tried to buy the $1.59 million apartment with cash, and the board, they were very confident. She even went so far as to, I got to the point where the realtor was so confident that Paul and I went and got an interior designer because I didn't want to bring all my college furniture to Babe Ruth's apartment. Valid. But they denied her, and pretty much people in the building voted not to have me there, which is fine. So basically, how this thing works is, housing like this in New York there's a lot going on there. If you guys want to read about this, trust me, there's been a lot of news about it. But it's a co-op, meaning it's kind of like HOA, but for a building. And so the building makes decisions collectively, and that it can be separated in all kinds of different ways. But that apartment is part of a co-op. And there's rent control, and there's a reason it costs the way it does, and whatever. These things aren't just thrown around willy-nilly. They're very close-knit communities, and so the community gets to vote on who they want to allow in, and they just didn't want an early 20s person who's made a lot of their money on influencing and being a internet personality living there. Now, think what you want about that. There are certain things that come along with having influencers around, so I understand it. And honestly, they're probably all old. That's just a guess, but they're probably older. She was denied, but she doesn't know why she was rejected. I mean, I bet you should guess, but one resident in the West 88th Street building said the viral sensation was simply too online for the board's taste, according to the New York Post. Yeah, they're like, we don't want an influencer. We don't want tripods set up in the hallways, which I don't think she would do that, but you know what I mean? Like, they're just like, they don't get it, they don't understand it, they don't want anything to do with it, and so they're like, nah. But that is their right. Free Livvy. Brent Rooker likes to tweet. I like to think that I've been one of his mentors in this side of things, but guess what? I'm gonna say it right here. Brent Rooker's better than it at me. Rewinding. Brent Rooker is better than me at it. It also helps that he's better than I was at baseball. Also, he's a very good hitter. He's been one of the best hitters. Brent Rooker, who also has a small child. His son is, I believe, a month older than mine. Sorry, his daughter. He has a daughter. Schwarber has a son, and he was feeding him, and someone goes, hey, Rooker, did you really need to feed your baby on the camera? Sometimes you just want to see you play. Adamo, you're the reason that I don't go on Twitter very much. What's the point of that? You didn't even pay the $8 for the check, so you didn't even get to be at the top of the replies, man. What are you doing? That's some loser behavior, but Brent always with the clap back, and I can confirm baby needs bottle. Baby needs bottle, even though my son would be like chomping on a ribeye at 9 because he's a monster, but that's neither here nor there. So this tweet was fired out, which is pretty great. And then Jeff Passan, who we've covered many times on the show, said, what is Brent Rooker, Jonathan Aranda, Randy Arozarena versus Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber, and Kyle Stowers. Now, those were the 3v3 for the swing off at the end of the All-Star game, right? But what he was insinuating was, wouldn't it be nice to have Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, and all the big guys in this? Instead, we have Kyle Stowers, right? That's what he was saying. And Brent Rooker's like, what, am I not good enough for you, Jeff? And of course, Jeff Passan's one of the best Twitter users of all time, too. And Brent was just throwing that out there to get some good old-fashioned engagement. Mission accomplished. If Brent went all the way through the home run derby, we wouldn't be able to get a lot of this stuff as well. So I love this. I love Brent. Brent's the best Twitter user, and if you don't follow Brent Rooker, you should, because he doesn't keep it close to vest. He's not sad. So the rest of that tweet actually here is what could have had been was Aaron Judge, Cal Raleigh, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. versus Shohei, Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber. That would have been sick. I agree, but it didn't happen, and honestly, it was still electric either way. So with the Stowers and the other guys in there, now we got like underdogs and like it would have been cool if Jonathan Aranda became like a hero and like put him back ahead. They're getting opportunities to become heroes that we're not expecting. That also is a lot of fun too. So Brent, thank you for being so good at Twitter. I appreciate that a lot. Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, the big prospects for the Boston Red Sox, have been seen out and about in New England enjoying their break. We got TikToks. This is the world we live in now. This is the two gentlemen having spirited conversations with young ladies. Shout out to them. They seem very engaged. That looked like they were having a lot of fun having conversations. Here's another one of some young ladies walking off a boat, and we can follow it with a couple players. Now, this is really common. I want everyone to know, before TikTok, when you're a young dude in your early 20s and you're single and you want to hang out with some girls or some people you met or whatever, this is just normal stuff that people do. So everyone does it. It's not weird. The funny thing is, though, we have one of the troll accounts hop right onto this. This is Taking Baseball. This is not Talking Baseball. This is not John Boy. This is a parody account. They said Roman Anthony was asked about his night out with Marcelo Meyer. Team chemistry is why we've won 10 straight. I'll just say this, boys are scoring on and off the field. Oh my God. The Beantown Bombers are cooking. Now, not real. That's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. But it is funny. So, hey, do what you gotta do, boys. Have a good time. Everyone smile. It seems like they're just taking a load off, enjoying the weather, and I can't blame them. It's nice here too. I want to go out on a boat. I'm just fat and old. The only difference would be me holding a baby. That would be the only difference. This is a question from Black and in the Discord. From your experience, did the clubhouse culture ever feel more like a men's club than just a professional workplace? I work in a ballpark, and while everyone is extremely professional and respectful, I've noticed that it's kind of a close-knit insider vibe. Yeah. It's a locker room. It's 25 plus people that are having a unique day in and day out experience with those people that everyone in their close vicinity is not having. Does that make sense? Like, the people that know what the feeling is to play, like, are limited. And there's a certain camaraderie that comes with that. And you're all kind of in it together. So you should be able to look around and be like, if anyone knows what I'm feeling when things are good or bad, it's the people in this room, and then things build out from there. So sure, is there some weird behavior that happens there? Yeah, you're with the same people all the time. But there are some like close-knit groups where you're saying and doing things that you're like, this would be weird if anyone else heard it, if that makes sense. Not bad, just weird, unhinged, out of context, weird stuff. That everyone there knows what you're talking about, but outside of it, like if someone peeked their head and be like, what are you guys talking about? It would be funny. And you notice those things, but any workplace has that. So it is very similar in that way. But there is an extra barrier added by playing the game itself. So hope that makes it clear. Sometimes it can be not a great thing, but I think most of the time it's an inherently positive thing because you get lifelong friends, you get lifelong love for these guys, and that includes like the training staff, the chefs, the clubhouse staff, everybody, the cleaning people, like people you see all the time. You develop really good relationships with them because they see and get it a little bit more. So the clubhouse is its own little world inside of the bigger world that is the stadium. So that vibe you're getting, yeah, it's real. That's real. That's a great question. Good question. I like that a lot.